Hare Krishna,
Is
Prabhu. Please accept my humble
Balaram
obeisance.
Nitai Prabhu. This is Balaram Nitai Prabhu, right? So he also he got very inspired. This is our young talent, next young talent in our temple, Pondicherry
Haribo.
temple. He's also trying to edit some videos actually.
Oh, really nice.
Haribo.
To
You
edit
can
some
teach
videos.
him. You can teach him how to use the. What
He
was?
knows how to use CapCut already.
Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah, he knows how to use. He's somehow trying to right. He's trying to make some videos. Actually, I was checking if possibly we can add him to the Prabhupada Vani reels or something.
Yes, Prabhu.
And
That'd be nice.
yeah, that would be very nice. So that if he can get some, he can also take up some videos, right?
Yes, Prabhu. I'll tell to Nimai Nitai Prabhu to add him.
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah, Karthi Prabhu wants to ask a question. What question, Prabhu? Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Actually, first of all, I would like to thank you for joining this session. Last minute I got a heart attack because I thought we couldn't reschedule, but you are here to help us out. So first of all, thank you for that, Prabhu. And my question, actually, it's not a question actually, but the thing is, Prabhu. So recently, Debalai Prabhu, he's been.
Just
Am I
1 minute.
audible, Prabhu? Okay,
Just
Prabhu.
1 minute,
Okay.
Prabhu. Just 1 minute.
Yes, Prabhu. No problem. No problem.
So, yeah.
Yes, Prabhu. I can ask now, right?
You ask me, yes, Prabhu.
Yes, so actually, recently, I think last week, Devalai Prabhu, who's in the group, he messaged me and he
Who,
told me that,
who message?
his. Sorry, Prabhu?
Who message?
Debalai Prabhu. He's in the group right now.
Who?
Debalay.
Oh, Devalay.
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay.
So the thing is, he told me that his 12th grade final exams are getting over. And actually, he lives under the guardianship of his uncle right now. So his parents are not there, You understand right, what I'm saying? So,
okay.
yeah, so, and he is not being able to practice his bhakti properly because they're kind of forcing meat onto him. They're kind of doing all sort of abominable things, like the demon, like Indian demon parents. So, yeah. So he was saying that, now he does not have any much ties. He told me that, he wants to join full time in the temple. So I asked him, see, first of all, cannot ask me. I'm fourth class devotee. You cannot ask me. You should ask Prahlad Prabhu. And so yeah, now since Prahlad Prabhu is busy, so I would at least want him to associate a little bit with you because no point associating with me. That's right.
Definitely. Very nice. Because the thing is, somehow or other, because you have to do it based on the situation, no? If what is going on in his house, we don't know. Do according to that, no? Anyway. It'd be nice if you can join up, though. They are totally open to that. But to see what is the situation.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, I am that Devalay.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam. All glory to Srila Prabhupada. Wow, very nice to see your lotus face. Very nice to see your face. Yes, Prabhu. So, how can I serve you?
Do you have anything to say, Debalai Prabhu? He is being very silent.
Yes, I thought that I will ask some questions. So can I ask some questions about
Yes. So, yeah. Okay, Drona Prabhu wants to ask something.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, please accept my humble obedience on to Srila Prabhupada.
All glory to Srila Prabhupada. Yes, Prabhu.
Prabhu, whenever I did not complete my 16 rounds, I'm getting nightmares, Prabhu. Last week, last week I mean I did not did my 16 rounds. Because of
Hmm.
that, continuously 3 days I got nightmares. Can you explain
Hmm.
about that, Prabhu?
Prabhu, as a disciple of Srila Prabhupada, it is our life and soul to follow his instruction.
Mm,
What is in that in the Guru Puja song we sing every day? What is that song? Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chittete Koriya Oika Arana Koriya Mone Asha.
mm,
Simple thing. The words emanating from the lotus mouth of our spiritual master is
mm,
our life and soul,
mhm,
and we should make it one with our life and soul. You see
mhm,
that second verse. Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chittete Koriya Oika Arana Koriya Mone Asha. You see that if you see the translation, my only wish is to have my consciousness purified by the words emanating from his lotus mouth. Arana Koriya Mone Asha. I have no other desire. So
attachments to his
so Prabhupada is recommended. Our spiritual master is Srila Prabhupada.
mm,
Srila Prabhupada is recommended us to chant 16 rounds of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So if we do not follow that, after accepting Srila Prabhupada, if we do not follow that, definitely we will fall down. It is a fall down.
actually I got nightmares, Prabhu. Night.
Mhm. So in that way, Krishna is inspiring you to follow Prabhupada's instruction.
Uh-huh.
Saying so in the future, if
Mm,
you even think of skipping your rounds, saying
mm,
okay, let's go sleep, and then okay, I got
mm,
nightmare. I don't want to miss my rounds.
mhm.
Yeah.
Guru
In
Mukha
one of the I came, I mean, in the 3 games, in one of them I came that I did not complete my 16 rounds and did not follow my regulative principle. That's why this is happening in my life. Something,
Hmm.
Prabhu, dream.
Yeah, you get all sorts of dreams. Even I got sometimes I got some dreams like as if I became a complete karmi.
Like a few weeks back, I got dream like I'm meeting with meet something, Prabhu.
I
Even though I
also,
met,
yeah, I also sometimes I would get dreams like that. But then I became horrific. I was like, what is this nonsense? I don't want to ever go back to this karmi life ever again.
mm,
This is Krishna's way of getting distaste towards the
mhm.
material world and making us to progress towards Krishna consciousness more and more.
Okay. Thank you so much, Prabhu.
So that's it, Prabhu. So we just take up our chanting seriously,
Okay, Prabhu.
follow instructions of Prabhupada. That's
Sure,
all.
Prabhu.
This is a very nice short, actually.
Yes,
Hare
Prabhu.
Krishna
Padma
Prabhu.
Vakha Chittete.
Yeah.
This short is about this verse. I remember it
Yes.
because I made it and I had to listen it so many times. So
Korea.
Uh,
Now, Chitta means consciousness, her heart. I shall do this, but my Guru Maharaj told me, I shall Chittete Korea Ka Atara Korea. So, it is not my pride, but I can say for your instruction, I did it. Therefore, whatever little success you see that all my God brothers, it is due to me. I am not capacity, but I took it, the words of my Guru, as life and soul. So this is fair. Guru Mukha Padma Vakha. Chittete Korea. Everyone should do that. But if he makes addition or alteration, then he did it. No addition or alter. You have to approach Guru. Guru means the faithful servant of God, Krishna, and take his word how to serve it. Then you are successful. Guru Mukha Padma.
there is a thing. We just take up Prabhupada word seriously, then we are successful.
Sure, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. So as Sagar Prabhu told you about my situation, so can you please advise me what I should do right now?
Honestly, you see, Prabhu, I am not so experienced in this kind of dealing with different kind of situation. In this case, I would certainly recommend. See, I may say something, but then I'm not sure whether that is going to work out. It is going to be only trial and error. But if you speak to His Grace Prahlad Prabhu, he will be able to tell you, he will be able to convey better because he can relate to the situation better and he can give better instruction. So in this case, I would strongly recommend that you speak to him. But one thing, what I can say is, you don't need to compromise with them. If they are
Yes,
not allowing you to, if they're not, they're against your leaving meat eating. But no matter what, you should not eat meat. You should not touch meat ever. So you should tell
yes,
them.
yes,
They make
yes.
meat.
I
You say,
told
no,
them.
I don't want it. You do whatever nonsense you want. I don't want to eat. You don't
Yes,
need to
yes.
preach
I
to
told
them.
them.
You don't need to preach to them also. You just leave them. Let them do whatever they want, because you cannot preach to them anyway.
Yeah.
So you just.
So I told them that I don't want to eat meat, and they what they had a little debate with me. So I told them I'm not gonna eat meat, and that's it. And if you kick out me from home, so it's okay for me. I have no problem. So then
Yeah.
they stopped. I was talking about this matter, and that's it. Now I am okay.
Yeah, that's it. We just stand up for our, again, just like we were discussing yesterday, we just stand up for our thing, no? Then it will make all the difference. We stand up for Prabhupada, because many people are doing all kinds of things. You see the Muslim people, they're so strict about their Ramadan. So others are, adjusting
Yes, yes,
themselves to that, okay, these fellows, whatever, no matter whatever they do, they will not eat during the month of Ramadan. They will not eat in the daytime. So people are adjusting according to that, is it not? People are adjusting their festival,
yes,
everything according to the whatever they do, because they are very strict in their following policy. So that
yes,
is a one good thing we should take from them. So we should also follow very strictly whatever Prabhupada is given, without compromise. I think there is a one story also that, Prabhupada says that one there was one factory owner in Bengal, I think. He was a Muslim man, and one factory owner. So he had all his staff, all the workers wearing their particular tilak and all and coming. And one day he called all his workers and told them that henceforth nobody will wear tilak. You should all, from tomorrow you come, you should not wear tilak at all. And then they all went home. And the next day he came, he saw that everybody removed their tilak except one person. And then he said, only this person can wear tilak henceforth. And then everybody else is banned from wearing tilak. So you see, this is a test of seriousness. No matter what, even at the cost of, okay, even if this, oh no, owner kicks me off, I don't care, but I have to stand up for my, for what I represent. I'm representing Prabhupada. I'm representing, the pure Krishna consciousness movement. So why I should hide? Why I should do it in a very covering way? Why I should get scared of anybody? Whatever happens, just let it happen. But I must chant my 16 rounds. I must wear tilak, or I
yes,
must wear,
yes,
or I must do this. Of course, you should go step by step, not that I do everything all at once. You should go step by step. So I chant my rounds. I follow the four related principles. So I need to stand up for myself. Somebody is opposing me, definitely there will be opposition. But we need to stand up for ourselves, because after all, I am the one eating my food. It's not that, nobody else can, forcefully feed me or something. I am eating my food after all. So in that, definitely I can make a choice. If I don't want to eat meat, who are you to force me to eat meat? Simple thing.
yes. First of all, I was afraid, but then when I told them that even if you get out me from home, so now I don't have such fears. But first of
Yeah.
all, in initial days I had those fears, but now completely I'm okay.
Yeah, that's it. So we just stand up for Prabhupada, we stand up for ourselves, and that's going to make all the difference. So now that you finish your 12th, you see if
Yes.
you can try to find a college near our temple, maybe in Chennai or Pondicherry.
Actually, Prabhu, I don't want to study in. Actually, I don't want to study in college. Just I want to join the temple and just start Vedic studies. Actually, and I want to
But
start study those things. I know. I don't want to study at the college again.
that, of course, that is a very good realization, very good realization. But if you're if it's not going to cause like a very big problem at your place, then yes, okay with it actually.
No, because I was thinking that I will ask Prahlad Prabhu. So
Yes.
then, no, you told that now he's not. He's busy. So otherwise, I would
Yeah.
ask him that because I don't want to study in college because I have studied I've experienced 12th grade, and I realized that these things are useless, completely useless, because
Definitely.
obviously it depends on me that what I want to be in the future. But I think that in future I want to obviously I want to teach others, but this Vedic studies, not this material studies.
Yes. That's a very nice realization. So in that case, very good. So you speak to Prabhu. Of course, we're definitely up for it. Definitely up for it. It'd be very nice if we can have more and more brahmacharis. As of now, it is the two of us over here. So it will be very nice if we have more and more brahmacharis.
Yes. So
Come
I'm
and get
just waiting for his
entertainment.
advice. That's what he wants, because after all he's senior. So
Yes.
let's see
So
what
yeah, you
happens.
speak to Prabhu because I think today now he's on the way from Chennai airport. He's coming.
Yeah.
I don't know if he'll be here for this session, but of course, privately you can speak to Prabhu. You can tell him.
Yes, I was
Uh,
thinking I was thinking to call him before this session. So but I thought that he changed this session at 5 p.m. So I thought that he's busy. That's why I didn't call him.
Yeah, actually, I just got Prabhu and he's on the way. It might take him some time and it seems like he's tired also. So you can call and speak to him privately though. I think you have his number, right?
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes,
then you
yes. I have his
speak to
number.
Prabhu privately. I think today, tomorrow, he will be available. So you speak to him. Then Prabhu will tell you correctly. From his experience, he will guide you.
Yes.
But very nice. Very nice. You got very nice realization. Hare Krishna, Sujit Prabhu, Hare Krishna, brother.
Hare Krishna Shyama Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Shri Prabhu, Janutnam, Jai Shri Prabhupada.
I just caught my bath, Prabhu. I'm now going to wear tilak.
Yeah, okay,
Tilak
okay.
missing, right? Hare Krishna Shyama Prabhu.
Okay. Very good. So this Drona Prabhu, actually, I just wanted to let you know. I'll just give you the exact news. I think Chattovet Prabhu and Rajikishore Prabhu, if I'm correct, they were supposed to be going to Hyderabad today from
Uh-huh.
Delhi.
Oh, which date?
So, but exactly, if I'm correct, they said their place was told. I forgot. From B stop, I believe.
Ganga Prabhu.
In Hyderabad.
हाँ Prabhu.
Prabhu, can you send me other details in Telegram group, Prabhu? Telegram.
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
Okay.
Exactly that place. I will ask them and I'll send it to you. I think they said their place was starts from B. Their place.
Mm-hmm.
You know the popular place in Hyderabad. The name B. I'm not able to recall the exact name.
No, Prabhu. I mean, after you send the details, I will further get the information about that from my father.
Okay, yeah, okay. So which part of Hyderabad are you from?
I am from Musrambag, Prabhu.
Where?
Musrambag. After Dilsuk Nagar, it will come.
Oh, okay.
Telangana, Hyderabad.
Yeah, Hyderabad. Yeah, I have been to Hyderabad some time ago.
Mm-hmm.
I think
My wish is to meet Prahlad, Prabhu.
Prahlad Prabhu. Yeah, it'd be very nice if you can come here too.
My age is right. I'm minor, Prabhu, 17. I can't
Yeah.
come. I'm still.
You try whenever possible, maybe some vacation or something. Just tell them I'm going to college.
Yeah, Prabhu. I guess after attending 18 or 19, I can come there.
Hey, you see what you can do about it. So yeah, what else is there?
Mm-hmm.
So yes, we have SHJV Santa Maria. Who is this?
He's from Colombia, bro. India.
Colombia. Wow, we have
Good
Yes.
Prabhu.
Very
He's 45 years old.
Oh, okay. Very nice. Then so we have Vishnu Prabhu, Vivek Prabhu,
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Please recommend the since all glory to Shri
Everyone, Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Ambedkar Prabhupada. How are you doing, Prabhu?
Vivek Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Prabhu.
Krishna,
How are
Prabhu.
you?
And Prabhu,
In bright faces.
I'm just going to wear tilak.
Hey, Bo, bro.
Very
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
So, anything else? Anything particularly you can discuss?
Can you share some recent realization from your reading? Maybe we can speak some Krishna
Yeah,
Katha and everything.
yeah. I was reading this first canto, 12th chapter from Srimad Bhagavatam. So,
Can we
Krishna
read
returning
there?
to Dwarka, and then there were many interesting passages. And then birth of Parikshit Maharaj. How Parikshit Maharaj got saved by the Lord in his womb from the Brahmastra weapon.
Mm.
Especially there are certain verses, the certain purports in the purport. Prabhupada is very heavily chastising, especially in the 9th chapter when the Bhishma Dev episode, when Bhishma Dev is leaving his body and Yudhishthir Maharaj is going, and everybody is going there to inquire from him to see Bhishma Dev leave his body. And when the purport, especially when the regarding religious principles, Prabhupada is just heavily chastising all these present crazy governments. I mean, absolutely no mercy. Just smashing them left, right, and center. Because because I mean, he's just plainly exposing them. How much rubbish is going on in this age, especially with the woke. Prabhu was this Nimanita Prabhu was saying right there that the woke civilization, kind of gender crazy nonsense. I mean, I never saw all these. How much degrading this civilization. Who is a man? Oh, man is somebody what recognizes himself. Who what calls himself a man? What kind of rubbish is that? See, Hare Krishna.
Mm.
Where is the Kali Yuga? Darker and darker, deeper and deeper into the hell.
Also reading something similar to that in the Krishna book, where Prabhupada was saying that the capitalists, they hide the grain. Actually, they restrict the grain growth. So whatever God provides, they want to restrict it. And I was just thinking, like, whenever I hear the slogan, "Oh, we're advancing," "Oh, we love science," "So we'd like to advance further in technology," I look at all the previous people who are very intelligent, like Nikola Tesla or Victor Schauberger, right? Those are like Western scientists who were trying to give free energy, right? And that is like a gift of God to have to send someone to for karmi, for karmi to hear, "Oh, free energy," that's like a blessing. So someone who is about to give that, and they totally cheated him, stole everything and everything. Can you really say, are you actually for advancement at all?
Yeah. Yeah. Is there any advancement at all? Really? Yeah. I mean, Prabhupada, in certain places, he goes very light on the situation. Certain places, you just go ham on them. Just cut, chop, chop. Especially if he's dealing, in a classic example is that interview in Australia. They say, what, how rich are you guys? What, they're taking you on a Rolls Royce or something. And then he says, yeah, you can, the spiritual masters worship as good as God. So the Rolls Royce is nothing actually. Spiritual master must be given more than Rolls Royce. Rolls Royce is also nothing. Rolls Royce is also no plus.
Car made of gold. Actually, I think it was car made of gold.
Yeah, for Prabhupada, we can do car made of gold, studded with diamonds and everything.
Yes, definitely.
Rishikesh Prabhu.
Yeah, Rishikesh Prabhu.
Rishikesh Prabhu. How
Okay, well,
are you, Prabhu?
I'm fine. I'm coming with my.
Prabhu?
I'm joining with my phone.
हाँ Prabhu.
Yeah. So, Prabhupada, just because that's the way we deal with the karmis. Because especially what I noticed is the Western countries, they have got absolutely no regard for sadhu, whatever. They don't even tone down their language. They just go like, I don't know. They have no regard for nobody. What kind of a civilization is that? They have no regard for nobody.
yeah, they have like an independent mindset actually. It's like you live for yourself and don't depend on anyone else.
Yeah, so you don't want to depend on anybody else, then you go live in the forest lah. There also you depend on somebody. You also depending on the trees. That's why yesterday we were yesterday there was the Saturday program over here locally, and there was the verse 3:18. That's a very nice verse actually. In that it says, "A self-realized soul, it does not there is no work for him to be done. Neither is it that he should not do any work. And a self-realized soul does not depend on anyone else." So that Prabhupada is saying, a self-realized soul does not depend on anybody else except any ordinary human being or demigods or animals or any other living entity, because he directly depends on the Supreme Personality of Godhead for his welfare. So whatever needs to be done for him, the Lord he directly depends on the Lord. So even our so-called independence in this age, we on the other instead of our nature is to be dependent on somebody. Either we're dependent on Krishna or we're dependent on the various agents of Maya, family, friends, or relatives, or of somebody. So either we depend on Krishna or we depend on all these people. But it just depends on but the whole idea is our supreme independence, because we have a certain degree of independence. So we are exercising our independence correctly, and we achieve actual independence only when we depend on Krishna. Because otherwise we depend on so many people for so many things, and they cannot even they cannot even help me properly. If they can help me, that's fine lah, but they're not even helping me properly. Because if I know I depend on my parents to take care of me, I take shelter of a womb of a mother, and she's killing me. What kind of a help is that? What kind of I'm depending on my mother for taking care of me in her womb, and the mother is just killing me, aborting me. They say no, this is my body, so I choose to do whatever, so I kill you. That is what we're doing. So because I am depending on somebody, I am depending on this person, such and such a person, such and such a soul. There is this problem because they're not at all dependable. Materialistic, conditioned living entities are not at all dependable. That's why the supreme refuge, we can be supremely dependent on Krishna, because he is the one who can give us the actual shelter. There's no other shelter. There's no other shelter greater than Krishna. And in fact, he's waiting for us to give shelter. He's waiting when you will come to me, so that I will give you shelter. When you will come to me, he's waiting for that only. unfortunately, without realizing that, they say, oh, independent. What kind of independence is that? You're just dependent on the various conditioned souls. That's it. So I think
That reminds me of as you were speaking very nicely related to this one verse. There was
your
like,
voice is not very clear.
hello, Abel.
Yeah, the voice is not very clear. It's
Okay.
very.
Is it better now?
Yes, Prabhu. Now it's better.
Oh, okay, good. This verse, Bhagavad Gita, chapter 9:17. I am the father of this universe, the mother, the support, the grandsire. I am the object of knowledge, purifier, the soulful Om. I am also the Rik, Sama, and you are the Veda. And the purport, I would have to say, was totally in line with what you're saying. The entire cosmic manifestation, moving and not moving, are manifested by different activities of Krishna's energies. In the material existence, we create different relationships with different living entities who are nothing but Krishna's marginal energy under the creation of Prakriti. Some of them appear as our father, mother, grandfather, creator, etc. But actually, they are part and parcels of Krishna. As such, these living entities who appear to be our father, mother, etc., are nothing but Krishna. In this verse, the word tata means creator. Not only are our father, mothers part and parcels of Krishna, but the creator, grandmother, grandfather, etc., are also Krishna. Actually, any living entity being part and parcel of Krishna is Krishna. All the Vedas therefore aim only towards Krishna. Whatever we want to know through the Vedas is but the progressive step towards understanding Krishna. That subject matter which helps us purify our constitutional position is especially Krishna. Similarly, the living entity who is inquisitive in understanding all Vedic principles is also part and parcel of Krishna, and as such, is also Krishna. In all Vedic mantra, the word Om, called Purnava, is transcendental sound vibration and is also Krishna. Because all these hymns of the four Vedas, Sama, Yurd, Vega, and Artha, Pranava or Omkar is very omnipotent, very prominent, and it is also understood to be Krishna. That is the most time I've read Krishna in one purport.
Yeah.
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna.
Krishna. Everything. Very nice. Is that so Devale Prabhu and Devkant Prabhu, both of you raised your hands actually, so I just want to ask, is there anything
So I have one question actually.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, true. So as we know that in Bhagavad Gita 7.23, Krishna says that he, he who worship demigods, so that person will attain demigods, and he who worship him, so he will attain him. So in Bengal, there is an Upper Sampradaya. So it says that they actually worship their guru only. They do not worship any god. Okay. So of course it's the Upper Sampradaya. So they think that by worshipping only Guru, we will attain Krishna, Krishna, and we don't need to worship Krishna or God. We just have to worship the Guru. That's it. So in Chaitanya Charitamrita, CC Madhya 10.136, it stated that Prabhupada explains that a selfless soul or a bona fide spiritual master is as good as Hari. It means, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is also saying that my Guru Maharaj, Ishvara Puri, is as good as Hari. So, as Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita 7.23, that if you worship demigods, so will attain demigods. So, as we all know, that Prabhupada was Goloka man and he was liberated soul, and he came here to liberate us. So, if we chant Prabhupada's name, so we will go to Golok if you just only chant Prabhupada then, because he came from Goloka, so so please clear it.
Prabhupada, somebody asked Prabhupada the same
Yeah,
question. A
it
devotee
was
asked
asked.
Prabhupada the exact same question. And Prabhupada said, where are the spiritual masters? You go there. Spiritual masters in Goloka, you go to Goloka. Spiritual masters in hell, so-called spiritual masters in hell, you go to hell. Simple. But Srila Prabhupada is coming from Goloka. So we go where Prabhupada is going. Goloka. And if we take shelter of some bogus guru, we go wherever he is going. If he's
Yes,
in hell, we go to
Then
hell. That's
Upper Sampradaya actually eat meat.
the Upper Sampradaya is?
Upper Sampradaya people actually eat meat. They actually eat meat.
They're bogus. Complete bogus.
That's why. That's why the Upper Sampradayas. They
Yeah, Upper
actually
Sampradaya.
think that they're always right, but that's
Exactly, complete bogus. Complete nonsense. And see, Prabhu, simple thing. We should follow the instruction of the spiritual master. The spiritual master is instructing us to worship Krishna. They say, don't worship only Guru. They don't say like that. Prabhupada is not saying like that.
Yes.
Prabhupada is saying you worship Krishna.
yes.
So
Yes.
that is the thing. Even this
The
Swami
Prabhupada taught us that how to respect Guru Maharaj, because he is a bona fide spiritual master. He taught us, but he didn't taught us that no, you worship only me. Do not worship Krishna.
that is rubbish. See, he's envious fellow.
See, Prabhu, here it is
Yes,
said
yes.
that if you can remember always Krishna and the instructions of your spiritual master, so both are mentioned here. You have to remember the instructions of the Guru and also Krishna.
Of course, it is mentioned Sakshat Haritvena Samasta Shastra, but that does not mean that the Guru is a separate like the Krishna is one god and the Guru is another god.
Yeah.
That is rubbish. Not
Yes,
like
yes.
that. It does not
Yes,
work that
yeah.
way.
Yes.
Prabhupada explains actually, Krishna is Sevya Bhagavan and the Guru is Sevak Bhagavan. That way that is how we see. We worship the spiritual master because our spiritual master is very dear. You see, that I think in Guru Ashtaka, the 7th verse, I think some people you can show that. Sakshat Haritena Samasta Shastre Uktas Tatha Bhav Yata Eva Sadbhi Kintu Prabhorya Priya Eva Tasya Vande Guroshi Charanarvindam. This is the 7th verse of the Guru Ashtaka, which we sing in the morning every day for Mangalarti. So I think Sami Prabhu, you can share that verse. That KK songs. Yeah, see. साक्षात् हरित्वेन समस्त शास्त्रैः उक्तस्तथा भाव्यत एव सद्भिः किन्तु प्रभोर्य प्रिय एव तस्य वन्दे गुरोशि चरणारविन्दं. Go to translation. Yeah, the spiritual master is to be honored as much as the Supreme Lord because he is the most confidential servitor of the Lord. This is acknowledged in all revealed scriptures and followed by all authorities. Therefore, I offer my respectful obeisance and lotus feet of such a spiritual master. See, who is a bona fide representative of Sri Hari. So we are worshipping the spiritual master because he is representing Sri Hari. We worship him as good as we worship Krishna. It is not that he becomes a separate god. As like, Krishna one god, Shiva one god, and Guru one god. The Mayavadis have this kind of nonsense. I know people who follow like this.
Also, Prabhupada explains in Chaitanya Chaitamrita Antya Leela 7.11 that Krishna Shakti Vina Nahe Tara Pravartana. An authorized spiritual master empowered by Krishna can spread the glories of the holy name of the Lord. And for he has power of attorney from the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So he is empowered by Krishna.
Yes, exactly. So because he is an empowered personality, he is a representative of Krishna. So we worship him as good as worshipping Krishna.
Yes, yes.
That is the idea. Oh, that's why these are all Apasampradaya, all crazy manufacturing some new ideas. Kind of nonsense.
Yes.
All kind of nonsensical people everywhere.
So I have one more question.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes.
Should I ask?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
After you are answer.
Yes, true. So I haven't read Prabhupada Bhagavatam as a whole set, but I read this Gita plus Bhagavad Puran. So I got one thing that in this Gita plus Bhagavad Puran, so in the last page there are some lists. So they have written that if you want money, so you need to read those verses for this month. If you want fame, so you have to read these verses for this kind of time period. So is there any kind of this kind of list in Prabhupada? Because I think this kind of things are made for karmis, but Bhagavad Purana is not for karmis. I think it's the topmost, Granth Raj Srimad Bhagavatam.
That is why Gita Press is a Mayavadi. Prabhupada himself said
Yes,
the
I
editors of
read.
Gita Press are all Mayavadi.
I read.
How
Yes,
they can
I
comment
read.
on
I wrote some verses from this.
that's why we don't read. Why we should read from them? Because see, first of all, Prabhu,
Yes.
they're misrepresenting. First of all, if you're introducing this kind of karma kandi in Srimad Bhagavatam, that is the greatest,
Yes.
grossest misrepresentation. The second verse of Srimad Bhagavatam only says, Dharma projita kaitavo atra patto nimmatsaranam satam. These Bhagavad Dharma completely rejects all kind of fake, what do you say? Kaitav Dharma. All kind of cheating religion. As Prabhupada described it, cheating religion. Yes. You see, completely rejecting all religious activities which are materially motivated. So there is no material motivation. You want fame, you want this, you can go elsewhere, my dear. But if you want Krishna Bhakti, Srimad Bhagavatam gives you Krishna Bhakti.
Yes.
Srimad Bhagavat, if you read Srimad Bhagavatam, it means you understand that Krishna is Supreme Person and my constitutional position is to serve him. Because all the examples, everything we're getting from Srimad Bhagavatam is establishing pure devotional service. Unadulterated devotional service. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, no, Srimad Bhagavatam is Amar Puran, spotless Puran. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu established Srimad Bhagavatam as a spotless Puran. There is no tinge of material motive. This religion, Bhagavad Dharma is meant for, you see, this Bhagavad Puran propounds the highest truth which is understandable by those devotees who are friendly. So if you want this, you want this, you want this, that is all rubbish. Utter rubbish. That's why you don't read Gita Press. Gita Press is completely with. Yeah, since Srimad Bhagavatam is spotless.
First of all, I bought it because I thought that I would have. I thought that I would have a physical copy, but after reading this, I sometimes I think that is useless because they are writing some Mayavadi philosophy in the best locals.
Definitely, it's a complete Mayavadi philosophy. Your Gita Press is all Mayavadis only. Definitely. There's no doubt about that. Prabhupada himself said, Gita Press is all full of Mayavadis. We don't need to read the Gita Press edition at all. We simply stick to our Prabhupada books. In fact, we don't even need to read the other Acharya books, this Harinam Chintamani or that or this. Of course, we can read it to get a better understanding of Prabhupada's books, but our main reading should be Prabhupada books. The other corollary books, you have your Harinam Chintamani or you have the Chaitanya Bhagavata, whatever small books.
Yes, I actually read it.
There's which are translated in ISKCON.
Yes.
So those books have to act as a supplement to our Prabhupada books. Our Prabhupada books are our main course. Our final exam is death, and the course book for that is Prabhupada books. Everything else is supplementary only.
Yes, I was hearing Tattva lecture today. So I heard one thing. Tattva told us that if even one person reads Srila Prabhupada's books for one time, so he will know that why Prabhupada is writing his book and why you are reading his book, because Prabhupada continuously speaks about birth, death, old age, and disease. That's why we are reading these books and continuously reading another.
Absolutely. But it's up to the realization of the person who's reading the book. That's it, or who picks up the book at least. I mean, if we go for book distribution, sometimes people come, they see, they touch the book, they open, they see, and then they say, no, I don't want to take the book. What? Some people they see us and they just turn their head and go away. So you have all kinds of people. All kinds of people you have. So it's all based on their different spiritual advancement, the level of their spiritual advancement. How much they have advanced spiritually. But Prabhupada says that even if they touch my book, the spiritual life begins from there.
Yeah.
Maybe sometime in the future or sometime in their next life or something. Somehow or other, they will come in contact with Prabhupada books. And if they are sane enough, they will utilize Prabhupada books and then they will advance. So the beginning, spiritual life begins even if they just touch Prabhupada books.
Yes.
That is a fact. So yeah, that's, we don't need to do anything else. Simply we stick to Prabhupada books.
Pranam
Speak it.
Prabhu.
Hare
I
Krishna, Prabhu.
actually had this question. So,
Yes, Prabhu.
like, I had this question about initiation. I mean, when we just start, like, right
Yeah.
now, I have just started reading this book,
Ah.
book of Prabhupada and all. So,
Which book are you reading now?
right now, I'm actually following the Srimad Bhagavatam, and on the side, I'm going ahead with this Bhagavad Gita. So, and I'm reading
Oh,
it Veda base. Okay, Veda
okay.
base and Prabhupada books, that website.
Oh,
Yeah, so I actually had this question.
yes,
Uh,
Prabhu.
so when is the initiation comes in this road of spiritual journey? I mean, when is this initiation actually comes, and what is before that and after that? I mean, what we should start doing to reach that, and what's after that? So,
Prabhu, Swami Prabhu, you know the number of that verse, that Adav Shraddhatta Sadhu Sango? You know the number of that verse?
But I can find.
CC Adav Shraddhatta Sadhu Sango. This verse precisely answers your question. This one, and there's another verse, the purport in CC, that regard that verse about initiation. Madhya 23:14.
23.
Yes, Prabhu.
23:14 and 15. You can just display the verse, Prabhu. Yes. So I think you can read this verse. Adav Shraddha Tata Sadhu Sangota Bhajana Kriya Tato Nartha Nivritti Syat Tato Nishtha Ruchis Tataha Atha Saktis Tato Bhavas Tata Prema Bhyudanchati Sadhakana Mayam Premna Pradhur Bhave Bhavet Kramaha. So you can read the translation, Devkant Prabhu.
Okay. So in the beginning, there must be faith. Then one becomes interested in associating with the pure devotees. Thereafter, one is initiated by the spiritual master and executes the regulative principle under his order. Thus, one is freed from all unwanted habits and become firmly fixed in devotional service. Thereafter, one develops taste and attachment. This is the way of sadhana bhakti, the execution of devotional service according to the regulative principle. Gradually, emotions intensify, and finally, there is an awakening of love. This is the gradual development of love of Godhead for the devotee interested in Krishna consciousness. All right.
This is where, so this is the answer. I think this is you were expecting this answer, right?
Exactly, exactly. Right.
So
Right.
first is we come in contact. Adav Shraddha. I have a little bit of faith.
Hmm.
So when there is some, for example, there is some class, Bhagavatam class going on, or some Bhagavad Gita class, or somebody, we come to the temple, you see some, they're preaching Krishna consciousness, they're doing something. Oh, what are they speaking? What are they? Let me sit down and hear. Maybe something will be there. Let me sit and hear what they're speaking. So
Hmm.
that is the first Adav Shraddha, little bit of faith. I have a little bit of faith in the process. So somehow or other I get connected to it. Okay, they're saying something good, so I listen what they're saying. Adav Shraddha. Then gradually I get to the point of associating with the devotees. And then I see, I hear them speak, and then wow, they're very nice philosophy. Who is one spoken? So can I go speak to him? So then I go speak to devotees. I get in touch with devotees. I take sadhu sangha, and then I try to advance in my book. And then somehow they tell me to chant Hare Krishna. So then I take up with the process of chanting, and then initiation. Initiation is a beginning of spiritual life.
All right.
One is initiated by the spiritual master and executes the regulative principles under his orders.
Hmm.
So initiation is the beginning of spiritual life.
Mhm.
Some people have this misconception that, if I take initiation, that's it. I'll finish, everything is sorted.
Hmm.
No, sir, actually, initiation is just the beginning of the spiritual life. Your spiritual life has not properly begun until you get initiated. What is that verse, Prabhu? That see that one in the purport, Prabhu should know that one verse and see that particular thing, if you're not initiated properly, you again descend to animal species. And Hari Bhakti Vilas. Are you aware of that verse? So somebody can help me with this.
Prabhu, I know if Dimitri Prabhu.
Actually, Prabhu, I have written it in the group. So anyone search in the group? Today I wrote that.
Just 1 minute, Prabhu. I think Paditapa, I mean, sorry, Rishikesh Prabhu is searching for that keyword in the words. Initiation.
Oh, I found it. Hari Bhakti Vilas 2:10.
Yeah. In which verse is that quoted in that purport? It is quoted in the purport of a particular verse.
Yes,
What
Prabhu.
verse is that?
I'll show.
Yes, exactly. Yes, exactly.
15.
15, yeah, 15, 108. Correct. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Thank you so much for your help. So you see in this, you go to the purport in the purport, especially in the Hari Bhakti Vilas. Yes, you see. So you no up this above verse. Yeah, exactly this one. What is that word? Adikshitasya vamoru kritam sarvam nirarthakam pashuyonim avapnoti diksha virahito janaha. Unless one is initiated by bona fide spiritual master, all his devotional activities are useless. A person who is not properly initiated can descend again into the animal species. So initiation is a very important process in the person of a life, in the life of a person. If because it establishes the formal connection between the disciple and the guru. Of course, I associate with devotees. I am starting to chant rounds, and that itself means initiation. Initiation is not a particular event; it is a process. First I come in touch with devotees, and then so they tell me to chant Hare Krishna. So then I start chanting. I started I read Prabhupada books. They give me Prabhupada books, so I read Prabhupada books, and then I start chanting Hare Krishna. And then Prabhupada says to follow regulatory principles. So then the devotees also say, so I'm following regulatory principles. So that is a gradual procedure. It's a process. Initiation is a process. So even if I'm chanting, if I'm following the instructions of the spiritual master, it means the initiation procedure is going on. But also a formal touch is required. The sitting at the fire sacrifice and then receiving a spiritual name from the spiritual master. All of this is also necessary, important. So, but the important thing is to follow the if I follow the instruction of the spiritual master, it means I'm initiated. But in the formal touch is also required. So this proper procedure of initiation is required, very much required in a person's life. In fact, anybody who came in this human form of life must and should accept a bona fide spiritual master and take initiation from him. There's another verse in Bhagavatam 11. It goes and take shelter of him by initiation. There is a give me a minute. I just look for that verse.
Here is one. It's 11:348. But it is purport. I don't know if it's not
the purport. Yeah, the verse itself, and take shelter of him by initiation. It goes like that.
It's yeah.
Tasmad Guru, yes, 11:321.
Yes, Prabhu.
11:321. I need to remember all these numbers. I'm so sorry, I'm bad with all these numbers. Just open that verse, Prabhu. 11:321.
11:321.
Yes, Prabhu. Tasmad Guru Prapadyete Jignasu Shreya Uttamam Shabde Parecha Nishnatam Brahman Therefore, a person who seriously desires real happiness must seek a bona fide spiritual master and take shelter of him by initiation. The qualification of a bona fide guru is that he has realized the conclusions of the scriptures by deliberation is able to convince others of these conclusions. Such great personalities who have taken shelter of the Supreme Godhead, leaving aside all material considerations, should be understood to be bona fide spiritual masters. So we should approach a bona fide spiritual master and take shelter of him by initiation. We should approach and we should take his instruction. Again, the process is there, 434. Bhatta vidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshina. So this is the process. So initiation is very, very important. And sometimes, some people, they try to avoid this by saying, "Oh, I'm not qualified, Prabhu. I cannot do. I need some time to get initiated." They think, "Oh, initiation is some big thing." Actually, initiation is just the start of the spiritual life. This one must understand. So, if I'm not initiated properly, if whatever bhakti I practice is, you saw that verse, right? The 15 ones right in the purport, the Hari Bhakti Vilas one. Without initiation, whatever bhakti I practice is practically useless.
Useless.
So initiation is a must and should, compulsory. For somebody who wishes to progress on the path of spiritual life, they have to take initiation. They have to make the commitment.
Yeah.
Some people are scared of making the commitment. They say, "Oh no, what if I commit aparad and all?" But then when are you going to make the commitment, sir?
Yeah, so what I understand, there is no exact right time that, okay, this is when you are initiated. It's like if you are serious about the devotional service and if you want to walk that path, that's where you feel like, that's where you,
Yes.
right.
Basically, if you are accepting Prabhupada as your guru, you are chanting 16 rounds, you're following the regulative principles. Actually speaking, you're initiated already. But the formal procedure, the sitting in the fire sacrifice and the Ritik representative, in our case, the Ritik representative on behalf of Srila Prabhupada, he will give initiate the name, spiritual name, and the give and chant on the beads, and will give the beads, or in the case of second initiation, he will give the Gayatri thread and all that. So all this is required. It is an important part of the process of initiation. Again, as I said, initiation is a process. So one thing is following the instructions of the spiritual master, which is the most important part. And a significantly less important, but still important part is the formal process of initiation. So we must take formal initiation.
Right.
We must make a formal commitment to our spiritual master, saying, henceforward, I will follow all these instructions. I will chant 16 rounds, follow the principles and all this. Although in my mind, I am committed to following the same thing, but we must make the formal commitment also. That is an important process.
Okay.
Important part of the process, rather.
Can you help me with like any reference or any video where I can, see what this initiation process is like? I have actually seen an ISKM video recently.
Yes. Yes, I think there's a 33-minute long video, which also somehow happens to me in my initiation ceremony in Singapore. Yeah, so there's that video, you can watch that. Actually, what happens is, during there are two initiation. There is first initiation and second initiation, as given by Srila Prabhupada. So this is the process. So what happens is, if you are chanting 16 rounds and you're following 4 regulative principles, and you have accepted Srila Prabhupada as your spiritual master, and having thoroughly understood everything, so then the Ritik representative is Gopal Prabhu. So he will chant on the beads, and he will give the initiated beads, and you receive a spiritual name. So there is a fire sacrifice will happen. You will take part in the fire sacrifice, and and after that you receive a spiritual name, and you receive the beads. And of course, you made the commitment of chanting 16 rounds and following all the 4 religious principles and everything, eating only Krishna Prasadam and everything. Yeah, so this is this is yours truly.
Haribol. So here.
This is when Subramanian became Shangodadas.
Haribol.
So you're prepared to follow some rules and regulations? What are they? No illicit sex, no eating, no intoxication, and no gambling. How many rounds you chant every day? 16. 16 rounds every day. And are you willing to work under the authority of the ISPM after initiating HPM? No.
I ain't going to scam no more.
Next one is, probably under the, hello? So very good. Your name is Shyama Govinda Das.
Hari Hari Bol. Right.
So this process is very important in a person's life. So this is when you're establishing the formal connection with the spiritual master, right? And
Right.
then so that you, in fact, I actually feel the difference, before taking initiation, how I was chanting, and after taking initiation, when you chant, you're able to chant much better, and because the process of initiation is the spiritual master gives you the transcendental knowledge, and he takes away your karma. So when your karma is really all your life's karma throughout your life, everything is released, then you're able to take to bhakti very easily. The obstacle because of karma, the past karma and all, it is all removed, right? So that becomes a very conducive factor. So it helps you a lot in the advanced spiritual life. You can feel the difference. Actually, you can ask, or you can ask all the devotees who are initiated. You can ask Keshava Prabhu, he's in Singapore. You can ask Rishikesh Prabhu. He'll be able to tell you even what is the difference that you're chanting before taking initiation and after taking initiation. You see the difference. There'll be a huge gulf of difference actually.
Right. And so this is the one which you are referring to, first initiation, right?
Yes, this is the first initiation.
And
Now, actually speaking, there were until the time of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, there was only one initiation. That is, you receive the holy name, and you receive the Brahminhood, a Brahmin thread, and the spiritual master, he gives the Gayatri mantra Upadesh. He teaches you particular mantras, Gayatri mantra, which is to be chanted silently. So until the time of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, there was only one initiation. But Srila Prabhupada, I mean, in strictly in line with the conclusions of the scriptures, he split it into two: first initiation and second initiation. So the first initiation process is you receive the beads from the spiritual master, and the holy name, and you receive the holy name initiation, and you're chanting 16 rounds and all that. And during the second initiation, we receive the Brahmin thread, and the spiritual master reveals to us the Gayatri mantra, and then after that we chant the Gayatri mantra on the secret thread, right? So that is the Brahmin initiation, the second initiation. So this is how Prabhupada split it. This Prabhupada did because because the Western, in order to accommodate the Western people much more easily to this, because they make a one shot such a big commitment, no? So Prabhupada split that into two, so it'll be easy.
so after initiation, what you continue doing exactly, you do the same after second initiation.
Exactly same thing. There's no change. 16 rounds, regulative principles, and only Krishna Prasadam, and all the same standard, everything, continue the standard.
So, and that Gayatri Mantra chanting, when you do that? After second initiation or first?
After the second. So during the second initiation, we receive the, let's say, the thread, and then we are taught to chant the Gayatri mantras.
Yes.
Yes. That is the reason why one should not chant Gayatri mantra without taking initiation, or chant it aloud. So, I mean, chant loud. That's not a proper procedure actually. Some people, they play it on big speakers and all in India, especially. Here, some people playing the Gayatri mantra on the speakers loudly, which is actually rubbish. It's not at all authorized. You're not supposed to be doing that either.
So, I mean, this Gayatri mantra, how is it different from, like, if you can tell me a little bit about this?
You want to know more about the Gayatri mantra? It is given in Brahma Samhita.
Okay.
you, especially regarding our particular Kama Gayatri mantra, in Brahma Samhita, verse number 8, I think, 5th chapter, verse number 8, I think, there is a reference to that. So, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, if you can understand his language, you can read that particular part, you can get more details about that. That is the whole thing. So, but initiation is very important. And you cannot run away from making the commitment. If you cannot make the commitment, it just means you're running away. You're just delaying your own spiritual life. Like, okay, next life I will see, next life, next life. Next life. That's it. It's just procrastinating. And there are some other class of people who say, oh, you know what? I accept Prabhupada as my guru and I'm chanting 16 rounds. So that's it. I don't need any formal initiation procedure. What they're doing, they're running away from all the, because I have to commit to this organization, I have to make a commitment, I have to commit to this. That's why, so they run away. They say, no. Prabhupada himself said that if they read my books, they initiated already. So, okay, I'm initiated. I'm reading, I'm chanting 16 rounds, I'm initiated already. That's it. In my mind, I am accepting Prabhupada, so I'm initiated already. There is another utter bogus nonsense. See, it is a Prabhupada clearly mentioned the process of initiation is very important. And the process of initiation, it is a very essential part. The formal procedure of initiation is very important part of that. So if you do not commit to working under a particular organization, which is following Prabhupada's instruction, if you don't commit to work under them, if you do not commit to work under Shiksha Guru, what kind of a spiritual life are you having there? Some people, they like to be independent. So they say, no. This Diksha not important. I'm chanting 16 rounds, following relatives, I'm doing everything already. So I'm initiated already. No problem. That is another complete bogus. This is a very essential process. And one thing we must remember, our spiritual master includes our Shiksha Guru as well. So one thing is our, what is that? So one thing is, of course, we accept Prabhupada as our Diksha Guru, but there are also multiple Shiksha Gurus. So we take guidance from our Shiksha Gurus in order to properly serve the instructions of our Diksha Guru.
Right.
The Prabhupada is our Diksha Guru, and all our senior devotees, we have beginning from His Grace Gopal Prabhuji, Grace Tattvavid Prabhu, Grace Brajakishore Prabhu, Mahaprabhu. So we have so many devotees, Grace Pallab Prabhu. They are all seniors to us. They are much more advanced than us. So they are our Shiksha Gurus. So of course, it is mentioned that one must have only one Diksha Guru, but he can have multiple Shiksha Gurus. So they are Shiksha Gurus. They are helping us to follow the instruction of our Diksha Guru. So in that way, we offer them all respect and we must listen to them. We must take their guidance also. We cannot be independent saying, oh, I don't follow anybody. I only accept Prabhupada. Prabhupada is my authority. That is, there are a class of people who do that. That is utter rubbish. So we do not subscribe to that. We must follow the process. We must follow a temple. So we have temple president. We have all the senior devotees. We must follow them. So yes, Prabhu. So I hope that helps you.
Yeah, Prabhu. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So Harshit Prabhu, you have raised your hand. Hare Krishna. Very nice to see you.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, my humble
Hare Krishna
obeisances.
Prabhu. Please have some obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Yes, Prabhu.
So Prabhuji, what I was asking, like, let's say, actually, I will explain. Before, even without taking initiation, I was like little bit spiritual. Like I could feel the fall down and advancement and inclination. So how my fall down happened? Like I was like mentally offensive to Vaishnavas, and somehow or other I fell down. So if I'm asking, like, let's say if I take initiation and how to manage material life, let's say if I go to office or some job, like na, if we talk to karmis, there is a mental fall down as well, the sukshma fall down. So how will be managing our spiritual life after initiation?
The whole idea is, Prabhu, that see, even if you're going to office or we are doing any other work outside, our whole idea is we should somehow or other bring in Krishna consciousness. I think the devotees who are actually practicing like that, there are actually many devotees in Singapore temple who are serving in the Singapore temple, who are grihasthas, who go to work and they are serving in the temple also. So I think they will be able to help you better in this regard. I personally do not have any experience, but the main idea is that um, ultimately we must keep our spiritual life in center, right? So even if I'm going for a job, say I'm going for a job or so I don't associate with them. I keep it to the minimalistic, right? Because otherwise I may, if I start associating with them too much, then definitely I will fall down. But our whole idea is I don't associate with them too much. Just keep it to a basic minimum, because even if you're in full-time life, even if you're in full-time life, you will have to go outside, you will have to see people, right? So there is also a chance of falling down. So there's always a chance of falling down, right? So if because we're always in touch with the people in this material world. So our whole idea is we should somehow or other stick to the process. We just stick to the instructions of the spiritual master. We somehow follow his instructions, and if we follow his instructions, then we will not fall down. And in regards to keeping association with the karmis, okay, inevitably you have to keep association with them if you're going for a work, because there's some projects and that and this, so you'll be assigned or you'll be assigned a project. Will be put in a group of people. You just keep association very minimalistic. Just keep it platonic, on a very platonic level, right? Okay, so there's this work, this work, this work. Finish it and then get out of them association. So you can just keep it like that. So, and keep, try to, even in your office, if you're going to an office, somehow they keep a Prabhupada picture or somehow they just try to bring, see, somehow you just engage, try to bring your mind to Krishna consciousness. If you're, maybe you're working or something, and then you got some free time, just read Prabhupada books instead of chit-chatting with others. Just read Prabhupada books or something. And then if you see, the best thing is if you can go to the office and you can preach. You have some people, some very nice, inquisitive people. So you just show them Prabhupada books. You just ask them. You can distribute some books to them. You can get them to read Prabhupada books. That will be super amazing. Then you can have your own sadhu sangha in the office also. Is it not?
Prabhuji, yeah, that's very cool.
That's a very nice idea, right? That's
That's
even
very
better.
nice.
But if that is not possible, at least you just keep association with the karmis on a very minimalistic level, as much as absolutely required. Apart from that, I don't associate with them. Yeah, I
Yes,
guess
Prabhuji. Yeah.
this series, this video will help you much more. So you can watch this 2 hour 58-minute long video.
Thanks, Prabhuji, for answering my question. Hari Bol, Prabhuji. Jai Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Very nice. So, is anything else? If why did not become brahmachari? Why you chose household life? It just depends from person to person, no? But even if you have to accept this, but for those who are not married as yet, I would strongly suggest you to undergo brahmachari training, because brahmachari to become a good grihastha also, you have to take a brahmachari training. It is a must and should. It's a compulsory actually, because without undergoing proper brahmachari training, if I enter grihastha ashram, no, we don't know what kind of consciousness to maintain, and it is a very difficult life. I mean, because his guest Prahlad Prabhu was actually, narrating this, that he was speaking from his own personal experience, that even if you enter grihastha ashram, it's like practicing brahmacharya with a woman around, right? So on the other hand, if you're a brahmachari, we stay in the ashram, we stay in the temple without having association of women. But if you're in as a grihastha ashram, definitely you have to associate with the woman, and you have to practice brahmacharya on top of that also, because you cannot just is not a free license for sex life, right? Grihastha ashram is not free license for sex life. So Grihastha ashram means it is a big responsibility. So if your sex life is meant only for procreation, now suppose so if the husband impregnates the wife, so the wife is pregnant for about 9 months and then delivers. So Prabhupada says, so if you so that if you have sex once and then to another 16 months, and if the wife is pregnant, so another 16 months you have to practice brahmacharya, and that is so practically Grihastha ashram is also brahmacharya life, but just that it is you're increasing the difficulty level because you're having one woman around. That's going to be even more difficult to practice. That's the reason if we undergo brahmachari training, so even if we enter Grihastha ashram, due to some or the other circumstance, if we have to enter Grihastha ashram, we will be able to be a proper Grihastha, because otherwise, even among devotees, we see that this is what Prabhu was sharing. So I don't have much experience about this, but Prabhu was sharing this, so I'm just telling to you. Even amongst devotees, we see that most of them are Grihastha. Their life is encircled around their family and all that. So true Grihastha, being a true Grihastha in the real sense of the word, is a very difficult thing. It's a huge responsibility actually. So one must be qualified to be able to take up that responsibility, to be able to maintain Krishna his standard of following along with taking his family along. Just like Prabhu was sharing that there was a devotee, the Prabhu, who said that if you are a brahmachari, you have only 5 senses to control. But if you're a grihastha, you have 15, 20 senses to control. Which is easy, you tell me. Because you have to control your own senses, I have to control your wife, I have to control your children. Children will be very frivolous. Sometimes the woman will be frivolous. So, what is going on is complete anarchy. So, this is the process. So, this is the whole idea. So, unless if I'm not even able to control my 5 senses, how am I able to control 15, 20 senses? And to properly take to this Krishna consciousness, is a very huge responsibility. So we have to be qualified enough to even take the responsibility. So in order for that qualification, we have to take a brahmachari training. Most definitely. At least for a few years, compulsorily have to take brahmachari training. To live in the temple, to practice celibacy. Right? So yeah, that's a big rant, I guess. A rant on Grihastha ashram. Brahmachari. Anyway. So if there's nothing else, I guess we can close. So yeah, we have Aero Prabhu, Vijaya, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Hare Prabhu, Dandatram, Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna, Hare Prabhu, Dandatram, Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you for your association. Dandavat.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. Thank you so much.
For association.
And I guess we
Oh, there's not arrow.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So I guess, yeah, if there's nothing else, I guess we can close up.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Very nice to have all the association. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much.
Although definitely you would be expecting a very senior devotee, but you got some neophyte fellow to speak instead.
No problem.
Okay, but
You're
anyway,
senior
because
to all
Prabhu
of
is
us.
not here.
We're all 5th class, Prabhu.
You came seeking for diamonds, but you're getting broken glass piece here. I don't know.
Prabhu, we're only plastic. Not even the good plastic, Prabhu, like the water bottle.
No, because Dhruva Maharaj was seeking broken glass, but he got diamonds. But you are all seeking after diamond and you're getting broken glass piece. Either way, so I just did how much ever I could to serve you all.
Yes, this was
All
really.
right, right, right.
Thank you so much, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you so much for the session, Prabhu. Of course, I will speak to His Grace Prahlad Prabhu and see when we can organize a session with him personally.
Yes,
This time around. Right. Thank you so much, Prabhu's association. Thank
you so much, bro. Thank you so much.
कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यः एव पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री प्रभु।
So much,
Hari Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna.